All right. What it do, what it is, what it ain't, what it's gonna be.
Hey.
It's another episode of Jazzy and Facts on Wax.
Who we got?
Special guest DJ.
Who we got? DJ Infamous. Talk to me, Infamous, please.
What's up, DJ
Talk to
Infamous?
me.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain. You know, I'm still working from the crib and still quarantining.
Yes, sir.
I'm even though, you know, I know Atlanta's kind of open, but, you know.
Kinda?
Well, it's wide open.
Wide open.
But, you know, I'm still, you know, like I did my first party last week for the first time in 4 months.
Wow.
How did that feel?
How did it feel?
Yo, you know what's crazy? I thought I was, like, going to the party, I thought I was going to feel like, dang, I ain't DJed a party in like 4 months. I hope I'm still the same Infamous. I hope I can still.
No, you still the same.
Once I started DJing, it was just like.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, because I'm on the radio every day. So when you know, as far as the music, it ain't like too far off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt good, but I ain't gonna front. I was watching everybody around me though. Like,
Hold on. Who's coming in the DJ booth right now? Wait a minute.
Yeah, all of that.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like say if somebody I really knew that I ain't seen in a while, I end up like dapping them up, and then my assistant would like hit me on the shoulder, and like he'll be like, "Yo, let me get that hand, bro." Like he sanitizer, you know what I'm saying? So like me and my assistant, we both kind of been on it, you know what I'm saying? Like that night, every time I dapped somebody up, he was like, "Sanitize that, bro." You know?
Yeah.
You know, so we good.
That's what you pay for. That's what you pay people for. You know, it's good to have good people like that on your team too.
Facts.
So tell me, who is tell them who is DJ Infamous? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? Give a little. You from Atlanta?
Nah,
I know where you from. I know where you from. So just
Well, I'm originally from Lansing, Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Same place Magic Johnson from. Denzel Valentine, he plays for I think the Bulls or somebody. I ain't been keeping up, but yeah, man, I'm from a small city, man, Lansing, Michigan, man, and I started DJing at 12. Early, man, like the movie Juice, even though the movie Juice came out a little earlier than when I started DJing, that movie Juice kind of inspired me to want to DJ. Like just seeing this guy with these turntables and the impact he had in that movie, and then just watching Rap City all the time, and I'm just like, dang, the guy that's playing the music it looked cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
so
I was even at 12, I wasn't like I wanted to go to the NBA, all that with basketball and shit, but I ain't gonna lie, when I saw the DJing, I was like, yo, maybe this is something that I could really do and excel on, because, you know, at 12, I was realistic with myself. Like, I wasn't starting on every team I played. You know, I played because my friends played. So at that age, it was kind of like you knew who was, even going in middle school, who the star basketball players was, the football player, you know, the favorites.
Right.
And I wasn't really known for nothing. I was known for, my mom was a teacher, and in my neighborhood, everybody in the neighborhood had my mom as a student. As my mom as a teacher. So I was known as Miss Donald's son up until the DJing came, you know what I'm saying? So
DJ Infamous, your first DJ name?
Yo, real talk, it was it's my first name, but I had every intention on changing it.
Okay.
I'm in 8th grade. I'm about to DJ my first party, and I had no name. So my homeboy was like, yo, you can't go. You ain't got no name, yo. I'm like, I know. So he was like, you can't go into the party without, you know, a name, like, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I bet. So I had a couple records laying around. A friend of mine sold me his turntables, which was shitty, but they worked.
They worked.
And gave me like a crate of records. So that was my first record. So I'm going through the records, looking at labels, titles of the records, the artists, just for like a dope name. It was like, I was thinking of like the first 5 was like, was DJ Smooth, DJ Vicious,
okay,
DJ Cal Don, because my name is Calvin Donald, so we just shortened to Cal Don.
Cal Don, that would have been hard though. Cal Don would have been hard.
It was DJ Mob, DJ Deep, because I had some Mobb Deep records.
Yes, sir.
And then the one that stood out was on the infamous Mobb Deep single that I had. The Infamous sounded dope.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm gonna go with Infamous for the night.
That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? And then I had every intention on changing it. And then I did the party. And then after the party, like a couple people in school that Monday called me Infamous.
Okay.
So I was like, and I didn't even know these kids neither. These two kids, I didn't even know them. They just came to me, yo, Infamous, DJ Infamous, right? Yo, good party on Saturday. And I'm just like,
oh, you must have rocked.
What year? What was this? What grade? What grade?
I was in 8th grade.
8th grade.
I was in 8th grade.
You must have rocked.
And no, the way I got the party was, it was my best friends. Okay, we was I think it was like we got on the honors. It was something in the middle of school year where we got on the honor roll or something, to where his mom and dad let him throw a party.
Yeah.
Which, now check this out. It's 8th grade. We got 9th graders and 10th graders coming to an 8th grade party, yo.
Y'all
Shit
going
was
crazy.
crazy.
Y'all going crazy.
Crazy. So that was my first party, and he paid me $20.
Wow.
$20. No, his parents paid me $20.
Let's be clear. He didn't pay you.
Nah.
The parents paid you.
Because he was, just the same as today. He looking at it like, yo, you my best friend. You gonna charge me? I'm like, yo, I gotta bring all this equipment. I got a crate of records. I got speakers. Y'all give me something. So
right.
he gave, his mom gave me $30. I DJ'd from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
The fact that you still remember that's amazing. And you still using turntables, because you said you had to bring the crates in.
Yeah, I was using all that. Like, and the thing about it is, I didn't even know how to play. I didn't even know how to DJ. Like, I just played whatever I had that was popular.
Wow.
So if in that crate that homie gave me,
yeah.
I didn't even
Who was
start.
homie though? Because you got to respect the homie.
Oh, his name is DJ Cut Nice. He lives in Lansing, Michigan.
Cut Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I had a whole bunch of CDs from my sister.
Right.
So a lot of the popular records I ain't even bought yet. So I had to use a CD player, which you push the eject button, the CD comes out, and put the CD in, push play, and then I go on. Then when I want to use the turntables, I switch the knob to phono. Then I back to CD, line in, phono. Yeah, I had to do it like back and forth. And like, you got to think, I'm blending with the record, trying to at least, but I can't blend with the CD.
With the CD?
Yeah.
It's just play, stop, fast forward, and rewind. That was it.
That's crazy.
And it was connected to, like, the tape deck and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Was that your first DJ equipment? Like, that's what you rolled around with?
Yeah, the first time I had 2 Radio Shack. Radio Shack.
Radio Shack. Everybody got to understand, they don't know the importance of Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
Jazzy, he said Radio Shack.
Saved my life, yo.
Saved my life.
100%.
DJ lives.
When I started DJing, I was in Radio Shack maybe 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I wasn't even driving yet. Yo, your mom, run me to Radio Shack real quick. Boy, you was just there 3 days ago. I'm like, no, I got
So your parents embraced what you was doing. It wasn't like no feedback, like what are you doing? Like, it was like, nah, you want to do this? Like, cool.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that was different was the noise and, from the speakers being loud. Other than that, they was
just turn it down. Just turn it down.
That's it. Other than that, they was like, I don't know what he trying to do, but he in the house, he's safe. Mm-hmm. It got his attention. Like, growing up, my mom was heavy on school. She's a teacher. Yeah. So it would be like, I come home from school, get on the turntables. Yo, your homework done? Nah. All right, well, cut all that off, turn all that off, get the homework done. Yeah. And she kept doing it every day. So then, maybe a month later, I said, yo, I'm tired of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come home, do all my work.
Get it out the way.
Get it busy. By the time she came, yo, everything's done. Mom, you can check it. You can run through it. It's already in your bedroom. You can just go ahead and check it. Because I'm trying to learn, at this point, I'm trying to learn how to blend. Like, I'm basically mimicking what I see on TV. So if I seen Kid Capri do it or something, whatever, then I'd be like, okay, I got to try to mimic that sound. But then I'd be like, okay, what record did he have? Oh, that was from that record. Okay, so now I got to buy that record to mimic that sound that he did. And that's how I started DJing. That's how I learned how to mix, scratch, do tricks by watching. Nobody taught me.
That's crazy.
Nobody taught me shit. I did. Can you curse on here? I'm sorry.
No, of course, please.
Okay.
Say more.
Yeah, nobody taught me shit. Like I learned everything from watching and listening. And I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna tell you, I learned how to count BPMs. Shit, I just learned that shit probably what? Shit, 4 years ago.
Count like just the manual way.
The manual way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Infamous.
It's an ear thing. It's an ear thing.
Listen. If you was to play Migos Bad and Bougie, right?
Yeah.
At the time, I couldn't tell you what BPM it was. I'd have to ask somebody or use the Serato. Like this is like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Never learned.
Yeah.
Never learned, yo. Never learned. Never took the time. I mean, I was DJing.
So who's considered your OGs? Like for the so if nobody never really taught you, like it had to be somebody that like, okay, just at least like just come open up for me or come do something for me. Nobody.
None of that. Like I'm from Lansing, Michigan, and the DJs that were above me, they're already like 10, 15 years older than me already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I'm 12, they're already.
They weren't trying to embrace you. They weren't trying to embrace you at all.
It wasn't that.
It was just different ages.
Yeah, one with different ages. So you got that's like me. I'm about to be 38, right? That's like me talking to a 15-year-old. Like, no, I can't do that. I got to talk to the parents first. This is back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
It's totally different times.
Totally different times. So now, you want to learn how to DJ? Okay, let me get with your parents just to be respectful, and then teach you whatever. Yeah. Back then, it wasn't. Nobody was kidding with no 12-year-old.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And respectfully, it was not. I didn't take no offense to it because I was just like, yo, they're mad older than me. Like, like my man Cut Nice that sold me his turntables. He was in college by the time I even got to really start DJing. So it's like, back in them days, ain't nobody about to be around a kid. So, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I taught myself because when people be like, yo, Infamous, can you teach me how to DJ? It sounds holish if I say teach yourself, but I'm not being an ass. I just learned better that way than somebody. I mean, for me, my personal experience. And
I think it's so many. So what you're saying, I 100% agree. But it's so many different tools that these kids have nowadays to just. Yeah, it's if a you lot. Sit in front of YouTube all day, you can kind of learn the thing and then say, "Hey, Infamous, I know this. Can I just shadow you or watch you or
right?
Boom." And then you'll be more prone to be like, okay, what do you know? And then be more prone to help the kids out.
And speaking of school, so you went to an HBCU, didn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I went to Alabama A&M.
Okay.
The reason for that is because, all right, so in high school.
You went from fucking Michigan to Alabama.
Yep.
That's a crazy change.
Like, I'm weird like this. I'm going to tell y'all why, and I'm weird. Yeah. Like,
okay, talk to me. Talk to me. No, talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in high school, I had got on the radio, and then I had a teen club, and I had like 2 clubs. So in high school, I was infamous in high school. Like,
okay.
Like we in class, and people like, how much to get in the club this weekend? Yo, can I get like? I was doing that shit in high school, right?
Right.
So when I got my senior year, I felt like, and I was DJing Michigan State parties like already. 17, 18 years old. So I felt like I couldn't do no more than that in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like I was throwing my own parties, graduation parties, and after rival basketball game parties, all that shit.
The big shit.
Every week, every other week, So I was like, yo, I'm not gonna grow here if I done did everything and I ain't even old enough to drink yet. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I applied to Howard. Howard cost too much. We couldn't afford it.
I did the same thing, by the way. Keep talking. I did the same thing.
Because Howard was #1 at the time. I don't know if it is now, but it was the #1 school for communications.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely wanted to be there. I couldn't afford it. So then my cousin went to Alabama A&M, and he was like, yo, you need to come down here because it's nothing but black women, black people. It's chicks everywhere. It's parties every week, every day of the week, all that shit. I'm just like, word? He's like, yeah. So then I applied, got accepted, and then I went down there like, fuck it. Because my thing was this. I'm like, I'm 18. I've been in Michigan all my life. Let me see what it's like to live down south.
I love it.
So I said, fuck it, and just went by myself. I just went down there. Huh?
Yeah. So you ain't looked back since moving to the South?
Nah, and then that's how I got on. And then I just applied in college. I just applied the same thing I did in high school. Okay, I'm like, okay, one, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And no, my freshman year, first semester, my mom wouldn't let me take my turntables down there. So I was like nobody for
that's
like,
a real teacher. Shout out to your mom. Like that's a real teacher. She like because she already understand like what grabs your attention. Like that's a parent that, you know, respect to your mom. That's a parent that's fully aware, like, I know, because she's dealing with kids every day. So I know what my son gravitate towards. And like, let me, because I already know his freshman year, he gonna go crazy.
Exactly. And guess what she did, yo? She was like, I'll let you bring your turntables and all your DJ stuff down second semester as long as your grades are good.
That was a great deal.
I'm wilding out like every other freshman, but I kind of got okay, like, yo, make sure the work is good because I'm nobody. Like I'm eighth grade all over again.
Yeah.
I went from being the man to sitting down again. Like just watching everybody else just be regular, and I'm right there regular with them.
That's a humble experience.
Yeah, humbling. So I'm like, all right, I gotta sacrifice these 4 months. Okay, and I did that. Yeah. Second semester came, everything came down.
So you was DJing probably all of the frat parties, throwing your own parties.
So I got on the radio sophomore year, the city station.
Wow.
So was that you said your first radio spot was back in Michigan?
Michigan, yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, this is your second radio spot.
And I think I'm sophomore year, I was 19.
I'm saying, was it a change? Like, so you coming from Michigan, you coming to the South now. So was it a change, or did you have to like figure out like what was the music at that time? Like what was moving you? Like you were like, was it the same shit in Alabama playing in the same in Michigan?
Nah.
Talk to me about that like, transition.
Okay, like the mainstream records, like you know the top 20, 30 urban records. Yeah, we heard some of those, but I was coming down hearing stuff that didn't even make it to Michigan, like who was popping? Like this group called Dirty.
Okay.
They had a record called Hit the Flow. They was on Universal for like David Banner.
Yeah. David Banner was going crazy.
Hell, Luda
was going crazy.
Look like I never really heard of Lil Jon and East Side Boys till I got to down south. Like I ain't hear about all them before that. Like it's a lot, yo. Like it's a lot in Atlanta that I ain't even get to hear up top. The only thing that was a culture shock to me is that how friendly everybody was in the South.
Yeah.
How many times? What up?
Southern hospitality.
Yeah, and I used to be like, I don't even know you.
Why you say?
Nigga, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
But I got used to it, and I adapt quick, man. Like just with anything I do, man, I adapt quick, and I adapted when I got there, like real quick, like super quick.
Yeah.
So after throwing all the parties in college, now you know. Wait, did you graduate?
Yep.
Okay.
With honors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With honors,
I think you're the first DJ we got that graduated, all right?
With honors.
And I graduated on time.
On time. You did 4 years.
4 years.
4 years in the pen, you got out.
Got out. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Did you ever use your degree?
For what?
Hello. Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did. Okay, so the way I was moving with the whole DJing stuff, and my grades was in college. My grades were C's and B's for the most part.
Okay.
Passing.
Passing, right.
Passing.
A lot of it was, the DJ schedule was crazy. The radio schedule, the club schedule, the fraternity schedule, and all that stuff, right? So the way I was going my junior year, like my sophomore year going to my junior year, my dad was like, yo, we was in a conversation. He was like, man, the way you going, you probably ain't going to graduate or graduate on time. He was like, the way you moving. And I was like, I'm like, Dad, like juggling DJing and the school life is easy at this point. Like I gotta juggle. So my dad older, so he don't really understand how I could really juggle all of it.
Right.
So he like, man, I bet you couldn't even graduate on time if you wanted to.
Wow.
I'll take that bet. How much we betting? He said,
how much we betting?
$200.
Ooh.
That's what's up.
Yep, he had to pay up.
He had to pay up. He had to pay up. He had to come strong.
I think you one of maybe 2 or 3 DJs that actually graduated. So we.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jazzy, you got to remember, like he graduated on time.
I know. I graduated on time. Just because you didn't.
No.
What you say?
Listen, I graduated, but not on time.
That's you.
This man said he was very specific.
That matters because that's rare.
It matters a lot.
It does. I'm talking about like I was on it. Like I was on everything, yo. Like I gotta graduate on time. And then I'm gonna tell you this, and I be trying to tell a lot of DJs, a lot of producers, a lot of people, if you want to finish school, that's great. Cause my mom really wanted me to graduate. You know what I'm saying? My oldest sister, she's ahead of me, but she has, when you go to different schools, sometimes your credits don't apply.
Right.
So my older sister was dealing with that. So I was the first one in my family, like siblings, is to graduate. So my thing was this. I got to junior year and I'm like, I gotta graduate because I gotta go to the next city or next, I look at my surroundings and I be like, damn, in college, I conquered a lot, but what's the next thing? So this is like 2003 going to 04. I'm like, yo, Atlanta crunk scene is so crazy. I gotta go there next. So my whole graduating on time is like, okay, I can't bullshit in school because I got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be playing with perspective. Let's get the work done. Okay, study these tests. Okay, I passed. Cool. I got a B. Cool. Oh, I got an A. Cool. Let's keep it moving. I got to get up out of here because I got to get to Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
And that was the mind frame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to get the fuck out of here.
Of course.
So you touched down in Atlanta and then the rest is history, huh? It's 05 at this point, right?
Yep. But I'm going to tell you what I did in 04, though, that made it easier for me. I interned.
Ooh.
I interned at V103. Mm-hmm. The summer before my senior year, I interned at V103 and Disturbing the Peace in the same summer.
Wow. So you put the work in.
Hell yeah. Like, man, listen, I drove over here to intern. My intern interviews was during a week. And I'm in school.
Yeah.
1 week, I drive over for the V103 interview. Then I landed that. 3 weeks later, I drove on a rainy Wednesday night to meet the street team coordinator for Disturbing the Peace. Met with him, got to his office by 6, was out by 7, and drove 3 hours back to Alabama to go get ready for school the next day.
The fact that you met with the street team coordinator, not even the man. Nah. You met with the motherfucking coordinator of the street team.
And I didn't know that going in. Like
no, it's okay. But I'm saying as you look back, but I think it all makes sense now. It all come back around full circle, and I know you don't regret none of this shit because it's like at the time you're like, damn, I got class, but shit, you saw the bigger picture early on, and you have to appreciate that moment.
And you gotta think about interning. Like as an intern, a lot of people, in this day and age, don't believe in interning no more. Feel like they got to get paid to be an intern. And before we get back into Infamous, I got to give them a little shout out because I met Infamous as an intern at V103. So at the time, it was just him and Jelly with Greg Street DJing at night. So I got to see it, you know, and this is 2010. So this is, you know, before, you know, Infamous put out all his hits. You know, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
You know, so I got to see it, and you got to think I was interning back in Nashville when I was in school, but when I was away back home, I would come to Atlanta and intern with V103. So I'm watching Infamous, and I'm just like, yo, like, I ain't really know about being a radio DJ, but after seeing this nigga, I'm gonna be a radio DJ. Because he was live, like you always heard new music, which was rare. He was breaking hits, which on radio can be tough to do as well. So it was just I was just like, yo, Infamous, what's up, man? I mess with you, man.
You know what it was? To go back to that time, I always felt like I used to get in trouble for this. I always felt like if I didn't play it, the other stations would. So when it came to like I remember one time I still do it to this day. I mean, at this point, I've been at V103 a long time, but even back then to that point when you was there, if it was a new record, a new exclusive, and I know nobody else had it, I'd play that record for 20, 30 minutes straight on my mix show. And I'm talking about my program director. What are you doing? Play something else. You've been playing this record for 30 minutes. Come to my office when you get off. Matter of fact, come to my office now. Don't even play no more. Like, I used to take those risks. I still do because, you know, sometimes on certain records you gotta step out there. If you rocking with it, believe in it, or if it's that hot, sometimes it's worth the risk. And I always say all my risks have been worth it because I'm still, you know, I've been at V103 16 years now.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I got there straight out of college. Like, I probably had like maybe 7 months.
And now at this point now they trust you. It's like whatever the fuck Infamous want to play, just leave him alone. Like let that man just do whatever the fuck he want to do because you know how to go so far left and then pull you back in. I'm gonna pull y'all. I know how to pulling the motherfucker back in. That's easy. That's easy. To play the hit records, that's super easy.
Yep.
To play some uncomfortable new shit that y'all ain't never heard that's popping maybe in Michigan. Y'all ain't never heard it.
Right.
But I'm gonna give it to y'all first.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, yo.
You've always been doing that. You've always been doing it.
But you know what though? Go ahead, Jazzy.
No, you got it.
To go back to like my beginnings, shit. When I first got to Atlanta, the scene was so. Look, you got crunk, and then you got trap music. Like I got here in Atlanta in 2005 when crunk was at its height. Yeah. And trap music was on fire, but still in the early stages.
Right.
And it like real talk, as a DJ, you have no choice but to y'all think records come out a lot in Atlanta now, right?
Right.
But back then, records came out probably just as much. It's just you couldn't drop them like you do on the internet. Like, it was records coming out all the time. And back then, everybody's different side of town, except for the north side, had records.
Yeah, that's true.
Every side of town had records, yo. It'd be records popping in some of these clubs on different sides of town that I go in the club and they'd be like, yo, this been out. And I'd be like, dang, I ain't heard it yet. And I'm on the radio. Like it was really, I mean, still stuff like that now, but back then it was really like that. So you had to be out more. You had to keep your ear to the streets more. And like I said, if it wasn't me, it was somebody else. And I always wanted it to be me. That's how I built my name in Atlanta. Playing the records, making a movie. Like if y'all two play the record, if we all get exclusive, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna play it longer than both of y'all, just because I know y'all got it too. Mm-hmm. And the people who I'm playing it for, rapper, label, whatever, they're gonna love me more than you guys at that point. Mm-hmm. Just using y'all as an example, but I'm just saying that was my mentality when I was like early 20s, and I got the youngest in charge title and shit, and moving around. That was my mentality.
But so for the younger DJs, like how, because a lot of younger DJs are in tune with what we doing. So how important is it right now and back then, how important is it to break, for us to continue as DJs to break records though?
It's very important. I mean,
because it's so easy. It's so easy. Because I want to say this. Because it's so easy for us to play the normal, everything that's on Billboard, to watch what's going on, to do all the shit they tell us to play. But when you step outside that little box in that realm and play some shit that it's like, oh, it's a gut feeling like this shit gonna go crazy. How important is that though?
It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's record is gonna blow off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody has this thing where it's like, go internet first, then after the internet receives it, go to radio, or go to radio for. Listen, the most important thing is, because it's different strokes for different folks. I say this all the time. Just because Lil Uzi popped on the internet doesn't mean DJs or the other rapper or whoever is going to do the exact same thing. It don't work like that.
Right.
It's still important for DJs to break records and play the music. At the end of the day, the people got to rock with you. The internet going to do what it do, but the people still got to rock with you. And the DJs is with the people. Like, I know somebody said to me about a month ago, was like, yo, the DJs don't break records no more. That's half true. Because like I said, not everybody pops on that internet, yo.
Right.
Not everybody pops on that internet. Some artists pop because it's a crew of DJs or a collection of DJs supporting it. Like, if I'm supporting it, somebody at Streets is supporting it, somebody at Hot supporting it, somebody in the regular club supporting it, somebody in the lounges in the strip club supporting it. May not have a lot of internet presence, but these DJs are still supporting it. You can still break a record. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can still happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a little harder, but it can still happen though.
Yeah.
And I remember back, you know what I'm saying, also around 2010, like literally, you know, Greg Street, his show was, you know, 6 o'clock, 6 to 10. I think you should be in around 8, around 9. Right after that, you go into the club. So it was always like I got to see two different Infamous, you know, radio to the club, which is two different type of DJs, by the way. It is different types. So, but you had a way where you figured it out. So what was like your method? I mean, I don't want all your sauce, but what was like why was that important? And how you make it?
I saw the power that a full-time radio DJ and a full-time club DJ can have. I saw the power of it real early.
It's free game. And
it shocked the mess out of me. You know, I mean, it's a little different now because of internet and social media, but we talking 2005, 6, 7, in them days. I saw the power of when you on the radio almost all the time, and you got the biggest clubs in the city. I'm not gonna say biggest, the notable, like the ones that the stars are gonna get booked at. It's like Jay-Z's album release party and Puff and just whoever's hot in music. Like I seen it when I was an intern. Mm-hmm. So I used to be like, dang, so the DJ is as popular as the artist here? Or can be? Oh shit. So I'm like, dang, I gotta get on. So so this is the thing, I'm gonna give y'all some gems. Y'all already know it because y'all already moving, but I used to look at my surroundings when I'm in Atlanta. I'm like, okay, who DJs for Greg Street? Mm-hmm. Now that, I got one day with him when I got on. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm 22 years old. I'm DJing for Greg. I just got on. And every other DJ for Greg is older. Like they like in their 30s or something, right? So I said, okay, so I got to be youthful. Second, I was like, all right, I'm skinny. I'm skinny as shit, right? Every other DJ kind of big. You know what I'm saying? They got size on them. All right, so that means when I DJ, I gotta have a clean look. Because if I look clean, I gotta find a way to beat the DJs that's in Atlanta cracking up.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So then I'm like, I ain't got the most money.
You just figured out a way to market yourself on a bet. That's all it is.
Yeah, and this is just my thoughts. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. And then on the radio, I'm like, okay, so, and this is not to no DJ. It's just how I was thinking when I'm coming up. I was thinking to myself, okay, none of the DJs on Greg's show DJ the biggest parties. So I'm like, why? Why is that? I couldn't figure that part out. So then I'm like, okay, promoters. Okay, so here is relationship based and promoter based, meaning if the promoters rock with this guy, that's what they go with.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Cool, got it. So I'm thinking to myself like, okay, I gotta get majority of Greg's time slots because on Greg's show we could break records. I mean, he's like V103 was way more R&B then than it is now, way more. So I'm like, okay, I could break the Jazzy. I could take Jazzy's mixtape records, clean them up, play them. Like that's how we, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, but then again, I'm like, I gotta have the clubs too, because if I could do this on the radio and I got the biggest clubs, I'll be the fucking man out here.
Yes, sir.
So I write all this stuff down and like everything that I'm get to that point, check it off, keep working, get to that point, check it off. So when I got here, I needed the hottest radio time slot, which was 9 o'clock with Greg, break records. And then I needed to get with Alex, get one, AG Entertainment, because he had the biggest clubs here. And I got to tap into that. And I just worked until I tapped in. It didn't take me that long, but that's when you went fucking crazy. That's when I went. Because the thing is,
when you went.
When people tell you about opportunity, you gotta be ready.
I was waiting on you. I was hoping you'd say that. Because when your name get called, so is that 6 man on the bench? And you waiting all day. You've been practicing all day. When they call your fucking name, Infamous, you up next. You come off that bench, you snatch them motherfucking.
Listen, ready to go. And I was still living at my mama house.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
And mom still support you. Yeah, she like, these bills is getting up there. You got to do something. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now I did it. Like, game plan. Look, this game in the early stages is about who you need to get next to. 1, to learn from. 2, to get opportunity from. And that's going to push you to go hard. Like, I set my bar high for myself. I said, yo, Greg Street. At this time, Greg's hosting the biggest street clubs. And he's on the radio. Everybody's at Greg for everything. And then here I come. You know what I'm saying? And then even with the clubs, okay, I know I'm nice. I got to make sure the people of the powers that be know I'm nice and they hear me.
Yes, sir.
So I'm a DJ every party like it's my last. I'm going to kill it so that when somebody hear me or give me a shot, then that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm DJing. One of the DJs at the radio station called off to do a club night with Alex. They said, yo, let's try the new guy. Let's try Infamous. I opened for Frank Ski. Frank Ski said, damn, this nigga Infamous opened and he killed it. He said that to Reggie, my PD, and then he said that to AG Entertainment. Next thing you know, DJing a couple parties, then a Jazzy party come up.
Uh-oh.
Yup. Jazzy's first album release party, hosted by Usher, with BMF out and everything. It was a movie. Alex called.
What year was this?
It was 05.
05.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Alex called.
He's going crazy. He going Jazzy going insane.
05 was like one of the funniest years.
Oh my God.
You got Jazzy out, new.
Yes,
Gucci
sir.
out, new.
New.
Tip just got hot from the first album ain't do so well.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But he came back.
So he just got hot, like hot. Like it's like a culture shift. It was crazy, yo. And then I'm like, so all I gotta do is be dope. And then my thing was the DJs wasn't really making no movies at that time. When I mean movie, like in the clubs, like I noticed that. Like they wasn't making the artists perform nothing. They wasn't like animated with the way they stopped the music and all that. So you know what I said? I beat all that. I'm like, okay.
Talk that shit.
Talk that shit and add this energy that I got. You know what I'm saying? Like when I stop the music, you gonna know when Infamous came in the party. And I had to build to that because I wasn't a talker like that.
Yeah.
But you knew what you wanted.
Yeah, but I had to I had even like again, I wasn't even a talker. Now I probably talk too much, but back then you had to get me to talk like enough to. I could rock a party by just DJing.
Right.
I'd say little things here and there, but promoters be like, yo, you know what, yo, you dope, man. If you just talk a little bit more. I used to tell me this in 05 all the time. So when I did Jeezy's party, I'm nervous as all hell because this is my first big. Yo, everybody was in there. Everybody in the world was there except for Jay-Z.
Wow, that's crazy.
And Alex let this kid control the whole night. And this is, this is when Usher just sold 10 million records. So Usher's the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He couldn't even get to his DJ. He couldn't even get to his section. The club was so packed. He had to come in the DJ booth with me. And that's how I learned how to make a movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because my thing was this. He kept asking me, he was like, so how am I get to my section from here? I'm like, nigga, I don't know. I was like, but what you can do is you can get on top of
this motherfucker.
You can get on top right here. Like, if you stand on this chair.
You got it. You got it.
Look, I'm like, I'll announce you. And then I'm like, I'm real talk, I'm thinking as I'm telling him this shit. I'm like, one, I ain't never met Usher. So I'm like, oh shit, it's Usher. Like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right, stand right here. Because when they see you, they're going to see me.
Yes, sir.
And then he was like, well, like, am I going to host over here? Or like, how about you host over here? Because one, you're over here. I could play a record or two, you know what I'm saying? Just to make everybody feel, because, they're looking for you over there, but you're over here.
But you over here.
Right? So I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm trying to put light on me right now because I got him with me. Right? So then he was like, so this is how the whole Infamous gonna make that movie. This is where all this shit came from. So this nigga says, well, make sure you introduce me right. And I was like, what would you want me to say? He was like, well, I mean, just, let them know, yo, Atlanta, one of your own.
You stopped the music.
It was something soft, right? I was like,
stop the music. Fuck that.
Yeah, he was saying, first he said stop the music, one, which I wasn't gonna do.
Okay.
I was just gonna talk over the music, like, hey. So he's like, yo, stop the music and say that. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I'm gonna say it in my way. So I had some liquor over here. I took it like 3 shots because I'm nervous as all hell.
Yeah. Get it out the way. Get it out the way. Get it out the way.
Get out the way. So I'm like, all right, boom, like, hold up, everybody. Like, I remember the whole shit. It was like, I stuttered there. Hold up. Now, Jeezy, BMF, everybody in there. Usher's in the building. Next thing you know, the light guy just picking up on our conversation, hit the spotlight on us. Everybody turns this way like, oh, shit. Everybody starts screaming. Next thing you know, the camera people, everything flashing. So then we just standing there. So then he like, do you have another mic? Are we gonna share this one? So I'm like, oh shit. Like I forgot what I was doing at that point. I'm like, oh shit. It's just like this. It's like no light, and then
the light come on your head. Oh
like, you know
shit. Yeah.
Yo, I swear to God. So I had CDs. I had just transferred from wax to CD.
CDs, yeah.
So I went through my CD book like Usher records. The album, get the album. Oh, his last album, get that one.
Boom.
And I'm just picking up on shit. Next thing you know, he's talking. Shout out to Jeezy, happy release. Da 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 da. Next thing you know, he says, "Let's go, DJ." Now, no, when he said "Let's go," he was handing me the mic to go back to his section, and I slid in. Bad girl. There. As soon as he said, let's go, he's like, let's go. And he's like,
He gave you the mic. He gave you the mic.
In. Then he took the mic back. He started performing. So I was like, yo, I did 4 records of Usher. Like, verse, hook.
Yeah. Well, so wait. Everybody don't know to do the verse and the hook and next song. So how did you even know this just interning watching other DJs interact with artists, or you just knew to do because you can play that shit too long and you can kill the vibe.
I didn't want to get bored with it. Like I didn't want the people. The people to get bored by the second verse. Like especially if it's the second verse that's.
It's not as hot as the first verse. It's not as hot as the first verse. We already know the first verse.
Yeah.
We know Usher first verse. Let's give him that and keep pushing.
And keep pushing. So I did that. Next thing you know, it just hit me like, oh shit. So then when it was Jeezy's turn, woo. Now that was look. When it was Jeezy's turn, it's like I knew what to play. I was like, first, let me go to the Trap or Die mixtape.
You talking about, yes, sir. Let's go there first.
I went to that tape first before I even though some of the records on the mixtape is on the album, I went to the records that's not on the album, played those first.
Yeah.
Had everybody crazy. Then I went to the album. Movie. Let me fast forward. I make the movie. No, BMF still out. Big Meech, everybody. It's crazy. It's a different time. It's a whole different kind of money. Fast forward. Killed the party. Everybody leaving. I go in the back room. Just looking for AG. You know what I'm saying? I went to the back where they was counting money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, my bad. I didn't know y'all was doing that. So Jeezy's manager at the time was like, nah, nigga, come in here. So I'm like, what's good? He was like, yo, what's this nigga's name? He went to Alex, was like, who's this nigga? He was like, it's my DJ, Infamous.
AG is my DJ.
Yeah. He was like, yo, he looked at Alex and said, yo, you need to kick this dude because the energy in here tonight was different. After that,
it was done.
Done deal.
It was done.
It was done deal. All I had to, from that point on, from the radio and the clubs, all I had to do was stay hot. Don't burn no bridges. You know, and just maintain, and the rest is history. And I've kept that in. Be humble. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it's motherfucking Alabama that gave you this, but my nigga, the first time I met you, it was always love, and I feel like, you know, for the OGs, you know, I consider you OG because you my OG, and I'm gonna give you that. You ain't that much.
I'll take it.
I have to give you that. But it's like it's always love. You ain't never. And I've ran to some niggas that give a nigga a side eye. It's like, cool, I'm gonna show you. Like I have nothing else to say to you. I'm gonna show you. Right. I'm just gonna show you. But you've always just embraced. I say us, the younger group, and just gave us love and any type of encouragement or whatever every single time. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's me. Like I tell people all the time, people be surprised on how they'll be like, yo, Infamous, man, like y'all, I don't really see this shit change. Like you don't I don't change. I like being me, yo. Like I gotta be me. This shit is great. I'm from Lansing, Michigan. I love what I do. But at the same time, I don't think that because I'm in new surroundings or I'm in a new tax bracket that I should change who I am and how I act towards people.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up being disrespectful. Mm-hmm. I grew up with manners. Mm-hmm. I you know, even when I got some status, even when I had my asshole years or my cocky years, which was only like maybe 07 to 08, it was probably my cockiest years. It wasn't cocky to where I was unapproachable or if a new DJ was trying to get to know me the same way I used to do other people, like I wasn't like get out of here, nothing like that. Right. At the end of the day, we're in something all together.
Absolutely.
You know, and I just don't believe in the whole get on and then act like, yeah, I'm infamous now, man. Fuck y'all niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't believe in that. Like, yo, I still do the same shit I would do if I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends bring that stuff to me. Like they be on stuff like that. Like for example, if the three of us go to the club this weekend, right? Mm-hmm. I will probably still get in line and not
You're not getting no fucking line in Atlanta.
No.
You ain't getting stop. You're not getting no line in Atlanta, Infamous. Stop it.
Listen what I'm saying. I will walk up the compound. You know, it's the general
2 lines. Yeah.
Then there's the VIP line. And then there's the gate that certain people just walk through.
The one in the middle.
The one in the middle.
The one in the middle, yeah.
I still just, even though I've been DJing
F, wait a minute. You're not walking up to no VIP line with you. No, I'm not walking up with you with no VIP line.
No, real talk, it won't register to me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Until security be like, Infamous, what are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, we going over here. But this is our line.
I mean, no, they're like, for example, let's say the 3 of us going. Mm-hmm. Let's say I'm DJing. And then let's say I go to one of the shortest lines. Let's say the VIP line. Let's just say I'm just walking on that side.
Right.
Let's say there's 7 people in front of us before they got to pay.
I got you. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'll probably just sit there and wait till they got done paying before I walk up.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. Okay. In that sense, okay, I got
you. Now, everybody else will be like, why the fuck are you even in that line? Why don't you just walk to the gate, the middle part?
The middle part, yeah.
But I don't know.
But that's why we love you, and that's why we appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, like I don't be like, yo, I'm Infamous. I ain't about to. I just don't do that. Like my friends be like, we waiting in line? Oh, you know what? We can go to the middle gate. I'm tripping, my bad. Then I'll walk around. Like somebody gotta say it to me.
Yeah.
But I initially won't think about it, bro. Like I really won't. Like, especially if like I'm not in a rush. If there's 7 people in front of me, yo, get the money. I'll wait. I go to every club early anyway, so I'm really there extra anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so that's just point is 07, 08, 09. You didn't conquer radio. You're doing your thing in the club. But eventually you had to link up with Luda, which took you away from the club and radio and all that. So how was that link up? And, talk about it a little bit.
Now you flying private jets.
Yeah.
Now it's a little different.
Is this a like how clean is this show? Is this like
it's filthy.
X-rated.
Smoke this on here?
Now you can do whatever you want. Yes, sir. Please enjoy yourself. Indulge.
I was supposed to been rolled this up and been smoked it, but I was
we see you doing this right here. Look, you doing this like you on camera though. You doing this like
I didn't know if the square was
the square see you. We see everything you doing. You doing bop.
Okay. No, I just want to be, like I said, I got to be myself.
Nah, we love that.
I'm respectable too, though.
Nah, so. Please, bro. However you feeling, please.
All right. So,
now you flying private jets.
Mm-hmm. It's different. It's different. Because he had his peak, too.
How did that come about? How did that relationship? How did you?
Because remember, he interned. So
he interned, yeah. And not for Chris Lover.
No.
You ain't DJing for Chris Lover. You for Greg Street.
Just the guy. Yeah, and the thing is, when they asked me to do that, I was already who I was already, right? Mm-hmm. So, first they offered it to Don Cannon. Mm-hmm. DJ Don Cannon, because he was managed by them first. Like at that time, he was managed by them. So Don Cannon was like, nah, I don't want to be no tour DJ. I just want to produce music.
Okay.
So then they was like, yo, let's see. Infamous' family, let's see if Infamous do it. And they was like, my road manager, JP, was like, you think Infamous would leave?
You said KP?
And all the clubs? Huh?
You said KP? Who's your man?
JP.
Oh, JP, okay.
Yeah, Keisha.
I thought you meant like KP, like KP.
Oh, nah. So, at that time, I just reached the ceiling to where I was like, yo, at this point, it's like 2010, 11, something like that. I had reached a point where I was like, damn, I never travel out of town because I'm always DJing the parties. I'm the man in Atlanta already, but when you've been the man for some years at this point, it's like, damn, what else can you do? What else can you? And I'm 25, I was 26 feeling like this. I'm like, damn, yo, like, how many Puff parties can you do? How many Jazzy parties can you do? How many all these people's parties and the clubs. I don't never
These
travel
niggas said,
nowhere.
how many puff parties can you do?
No, but look at it like this though.
No, I got you, Infamous, but you gotta understand that some niggas that ain't never DJ.
No, watching, listen. 365 days a year.
Okay.
I don't go nowhere.
No, you're right.
I can't.
You're right.
Holidays, I got to DJ the club, and holidays radio is mixed show weekends, all that. Yeah, I never left.
Yeah.
So from 2005 to 2011, it was just the same routine.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the money came in and certain shit, but I'm like, I never go nowhere, and I never travel nowhere, like for real. So when the Luda gig came, I thought about it.
Right.
I thought about it for about maybe 5 minutes, and took that job and then looked back. Because the thing is, this is what my thing was at. I'm like, yo, I want to be bigger. So how would I be bigger if I never leave?
Man, I love it.
And a lot of my peers was like, yo, you gonna lose the city when you do that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, the reason why I didn't lose the city is because this is pre-social media coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like I'm dipping, like I'm solidified for before social media. If you were solidified, because the only way you could be solidified is by knowing.
Right, being there.
Or radio or TV. Mm-hmm. But I'm solidified, so as the social media is coming, that's when I started with the Luda shit. Next thing you know, people that know me from breaking the records, on the radio in the clubs, now they seeing me travel. But then here's the thing. I still came back. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on the road every Saturday or every Friday.
Right.
I mean, I was enough, but I still
came back. Of course. Yeah.
I let the promoters and radio know when I'm going to be gone, when I'm back. And I just kept the balance. And then I ain't gonna front. When I first got my first record deal, shit, that's when I had to give up radio. And I had to give my club spots, I had to give them away. Yeah. But the thing about it is I gave them away, but the promoters kept me in the circle still. Yeah. So let's say this. If Luda has a gig, I'm out of here. If now that I'm moving around, I got my own parties out of town, I'm out of here. But if I don't have shit, Chris ain't got shit, and I'm here when Migos first album release party, I'm here for that, I'll DJ it. And the promoters will be like, if I need you on that if you're here, bet. Yeah. And I've kept that going. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't never shit on no promoters. Yeah. I never disrespect promoters. If I don't agree with how a promoter, or if he's paying me or whatever, I just remove myself.
Yeah,
I don't got to shit on him.
It's business.
You took the DJs that complain about the promoters, what they pay. DJs, you took the job. You ain't have to stay there.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. Yeah, I've had my share of promoters where I'd be like, yo, I need some more money. I did it. Okay. You either got the opportunity to stay or leave.
Yeah.
And I've known this since I was a kid.
But the fact that you just said your first gig, you got paid $20, remember? My first gig, Infamous, for free. So you already one up me. You feel me? So it's a lot of niggas that had to do it for free early on.
Yeah,
you know
I didn't do a party free till I got to maybe Atlanta.
Yeah. So my big homies was throwing parties.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta prove myself. They trying to say, okay, cool, you want to open up, cool, you can open up. And we ain't gonna pay you though. Like, nigga, you can open this motherfucker up and you do whatever you gonna do at this little window. You got it. Right. And guess what? I went crazy. Give me that little window. I'm gonna show you. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you that little window. These little 50 people, 100 people that's in here right now, I'm gonna make them go crazy.
They gonna remember me.
They gonna remember me, Jazzy. Just give me that little window, please. And it's the opportunity, and that's why we can't, like you said, we should never shit on those promoters because those are the ones that gave us the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody, man. Listen, everything in this game come back around full circle.
Facts.
I don't shit on no interns. I don't shit on no the garbage man. I don't shit on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I remember, because I know what it's like to be shit and then be sugar. Yeah. I know what it's like to be sugar to shit.
Shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what that feels like. So I don't do that. Like, this is all I say this all the time. This is all a plus for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I'm from Lansing, Michigan, y'all.
Bro, I don't know. It just seemed like you in a very great space right now.
What city you from?
I'm from Memphis. Me or Jazzy?
Yeah, what city you from?
I grew up in Memphis and in Lithonia, out east.
All right, so at least in Memphis, y'all had just hear where I'm going. Y'all at least got to see or feel like the music industry in your city because of the artists that was there, like the music. Like these guys are from here.
Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Ain't no rappers come out of Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah. How far is Detroit?
Detroit.
It's right there. It's a triangle. It's like Flint, Detroit. It's like all right there. It's a triangle.
It's like Lansing, Flint, Detroit. And that triangle.
Yeah, it's a triangle right there. Yeah,
but they're an hour away.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like physically.
He's talking about Lansing. Yeah.
I don't even know for basketball.
Okay.
So
y'all had some real hoopers come out. Y'all had some.
Yeah,
I had some hoopers coming out of Michigan.
You just didn't use that height, did you?
Michigan, and everybody needs to understand how tall this nigga is. First of all, he's sitting down. I wish we could take a picture so y'all can understand. I feel like I'm a little tall. This nigga is like motherfucking 6'10", motherfucker.
But you know what? Like I said, I knew I wasn't gonna go in pro. Like it was just like, but I knew in DJing I could though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In DJing,
he always had the ear.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm always honest with myself.
So let me ask you this: what music at the time when you was growing up? What was your mom and your dad? What were they listening to back then?
Michael Jackson, Isley Brothers.
Yes, sir.
OJ's, Cameo. Like all that funk stuff.
Yeah. So right now, you see how Detroit music is shifting right now.
Yeah. Shifting real quick.
You know, Doug. I mean, it's not Flint, but we gotta highlight Michigan is Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, there's some cats out there in Detroit and Flint that's going crazy, and you can highlight on some cats that's going crazy up your way too. So you know what I'm saying? What you listening to right now though? Younger cats.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like. I'll be completely honest. I'm listening to what my kids listening to, real talk.
Okay, what they listen to?
My kids are like they the ones that be putting me on like super early, like not like industry early or like just super early. Like yo, dad, I'm like yo, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like my kids, listen. Even when I'm producing records, I play it for my kids.
Good A&R, they'll be honest, real honest.
Yeah, like my kids, you know, it's crazy. My kid's favorite record from me is Double Cup, and I hate it.
You put it out.
But
no, I know, but
you put it out.
I know, but that's when they was like 3 and 4 and shit. Now they're like 10, 11, 12, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of their favorite records is Double Cup.
Yeah.
And let's talk about producing for a second, because you kind of skipped over a little bit. So I remember like when Itchin' first came out.
Yeah.
But not only just Itchin', at the time, it was really just DJ Khaled making like records with artists and this. It wasn't that many. And so when Itchin' came out, I was in college. I think it was like junior year. So I heard it and it was like, you know, DJ Infamous. I was like, yo, Infamous did that? So like, how did you transition from going to the DJ to the producing side?
My peers kept telling me to do it. Like, when I'd be with DJ Khaled all the time. He would tell me to do. He wouldn't tell me to do it. He'd be like, "Yeah, Infamous. And when you put out your single, we're gonna celebrate when you put your single out." And this is at a time where I'm thinking like, me put a single out?
Yeah.
Like I'm popping, but I ain't thinking I'm popping like how he was. He'd be like, "Yeah, Inf, when it's your turn," and I'd be like, "My turn?" Like, and then Drama, same thing with DJ Drama. We'd be in the studio because I used to be an affiliate, part of his crew. Same thing, we'd be in the studio. He would say some shit to like, he was like, "Yeah, Infamous, you know what I'm saying, when we work on your project," and I'd be like, this is the second nigga that's been said work on my project. Like I don't even think I'm even that big to even put a project out. Mm-hmm. And then fast forward like 2 years, you know, being around them two, as heavy as I was, it was like you learn so much. It's like a year or two later, you feel like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm gonna go get a deal and go get this, go get that. You know what I mean? But you know, when I got itching, I didn't have no deal. I did it independently because so me, Mike Will, and Future, you know, we're all trying to. Mike Will's trying to get really heavy in production, like as far as like really Future's buzzing with the mixtapes. Mm-hmm. Mike Will used to come to my club every Friday night for like a month. Yo, and my Mike Will, yeah, I produced this on Gucci mixtape. This dude, y'all, what's up, Infamous? I'm trying to get to know you. Da 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 da. You know, Mike Will every Friday knocking on that door. I'm like, yo, what does this nigga want? Mm-hmm. And we actually got cool because he was like, yo, I'm just trying to let everybody know I'm Mike Will. You know, I'm just, you know what I mean? He just give me beats.
He grinded.
So after a while on the radio, I had put it out there that I'm about to put out a single. I really wasn't, but I just wanted to see what artist was gonna fuck with me from me saying that. So Mike Will came. Mike Will was like, yo, you need to, he was like, I got your first single. I'm like, yeah, what is it? He was like, he played me Itching. So I was like, nah, man, y'all put that on the mixtape already. He was like, nah. He was like, we did, but nigga, we ain't did nothing else with it. He was like, yo, it's on the mixtape with Infamous. You can blow it up. Like, this need to be your first single. Yo, you got Velvet Room. You got Compound. This shit'll ring off in this. I'm like, man, get out of here, man. Get out of my face. I ain't gonna lie. That Sunday, I took it to Velvet Room, played it, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yes, sir.
Then my mother said, fucking nigga, hit the street
to live. Yeah. Hold on, you gotta start that motherfucker over.
I called Mike Will, 3-way Future. Now, no, I'm in the club now for working. I'm DJing. Like, I'm in the club. Like, I listened to the record, and then I saw the reaction to the people. I'm like, oh, shit. Called Mike Will and Future right then and there on 3-way. I said, send me the session. I'm mixing the record. I'm taking it. It's Infamous new single. Yo, when I got done DJing, it's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Mike Will was like, pull up the studio, got the session, mixed it, put my Infamous tag on it. Then look, I'm like, I'm gonna put it out. I immediately sent the open version to Jazzy. Mm-hmm. Like, as soon as I got it, sent it to Jazzy, and I just got with Luda, sent it to Luda. Mm-hmm. Luda turned it down because he was like, at the time, him and Future just did like 5 records for him and Future.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't want to be too much me and Future.
Right.
I'm like, all right. So then Jazzy put a verse on it. Then he leaked it out. Then the whole thing around the Itching just grew, and I shot the video in the Bluff neighborhood I ain't never been to, but I had Future that had some street niggas. I got the green.
You got the green light. You're on the west side.
And then from then on, man, I ain't gonna front. Like, a couple labels came at me for a deal. I didn't sign it because I got offered one label, and it was for like $10,000. I was like, man, I'll make more than that on iTunes, and I'll smash that. So I didn't sign it nowhere. So then Mike Will got his deal because he started putting, hit records out. Then Future got his deal with Epic. And then I was like, I did mine independently, but from what I did independently on that record set me up to get my other deal maybe like a year later with E1. And that's how I got my record deal, my first real record deal with E1.
E1.
The groundwork I did with Itching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you put the work in. Yeah. And that's what people gotta understand. You put the work in, you understood the potential for that record early on.
Mm-hmm. Early on,
man. And DJs, we have that power. We have that power because once we press play on that motherfucker in the club, you in Velvet Room, you in Compound, you in whatever club you in, 4040, whatever club you at, wherever you at, and you press play on that motherfucking record early, and it do what it's supposed to do, you got to go ahead and build off of it.
Yeah, and then like that goes with the keeping your face clean in this business, man. Like, when when you're a DJ, asking other DJs to play a DJ record, that's not the easiest thing. Because some people have egos. Some DJs got pride, and I'm not about to blow him up. But you know what I mean? Shit like that. Like you gotta have something in you to ask 1,000 other DJs, yo, play my DJ record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the thing about it was, I had at that time. Listen, when I tell you keeping your face clean, and what I mean by face clean is like I don't see neither one of y'all often, right? I see y'all every now and then, right?
Yeah.
But with me and y'all two, our faces are clean. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never gotten into it with neither one of y'all. Mm-hmm. Every time I've seen either one of y'all, it's been love, it's been genuine, it's been, you know what I mean, respectable. So now comes Artifact. You got a record that you want, then Jazzy, you got a record. Mm-hmm. Calling other people that you have a clean face with and a good relationship, meaning, when I mean good relationship, meaning nothing has ever went sour.
Right.
So now when you're asking somebody that I have no issues with, always show love, help, even a greeting, what's up? How you know what I mean? Energy. Yeah. Now it's like, why wouldn't I?
Right.
Like, shit, I mean, what? All right, cool, let's do it. Well, if it sounds dope, all right, let's do it.
Let's run it.
Like,
so was it for you because you kept your face card good, everything was good. It was easier for you to present these records to DJs to say, yo, bro, fuck with me on this, play this. It was a lot easier for you. That's what you're saying. Okay.
I have to listen. It was a lot. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, it made me think about people's reactions to your success in this game too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is gonna be happy that I got a record deal to push a record and I got these famous artists on the record. Not everybody, some people be like, why he, you know what I mean, shit like that. But I feel like this. I feel like if anybody in radio or a DJ gets some kind of deal, that should be celebrated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That should be celebrated.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if it's a single deal or a developmental deal or whatever, any kind of deal outside of DJing a party or being on the radio. That's a blessing. We should champion it because like it's not easy to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if somebody does get an opportunity, especially in your region, why not show that love?
Well, you know, that's why we came up with this idea to highlight the DJs to not only, because these are just small windows in our life right now. Because I feel like you're going to do bigger and better things. I feel like I know Jazzy and you going to do bigger and better things. So, you know, once you do those bigger and better things, and you start to look at certain DJs, like when you look at, I bring up Dr. Dre all the time. I bring up Swiss Beats all the time. These guys were DJs first. They were DJ. You look at Jermaine Dupri, he could DJ whenever he wanted to DJ.
Right.
You look at Ludacris. Let's go back to that because Ludacris already. Because as a DJ, if I'm a DJ now, I turn an artist. I'm not gonna just hire anybody.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hire Infamous. I'm gonna hire the right people to make sure that to make my situation, if I'm performing, he's gonna bring something to the table.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that matters.
Yeah,
that shit matters, man. You know, one thing I'll say Chris does admire about me is that, you know, I do have my own thing going on. I have multiple businesses. You know, somebody of his stature, people always, you know, people can pull at you, especially when you get in the game. Everybody pulling, you know. Yeah. Everybody wants something from you. Everybody wants. See, I came in a situation as Infamous already. So, like, I didn't have to ask him for no record deal. Like, I wouldn't got my own. Like, I could have been like, yo, Chris, sign this record. Sign Itchy.
Right.
You know, at the time, you know, he still was functioning. He still had his label at Def Jam.
Yeah.
Right. DTP.
But he respects me. Like, I could have went that route, but I'd gain more respect me going to get it myself.
So how important is it? How important is it? Because, you know, I've been blessed to go on tour with a couple artists, and for you, I want to ask you, how important is it? Do you think how important is it for the artist and the DJ to have a good relationship?
It's very important. You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. It's very important because when you and the artist and the DJ have a good relationship, you could always help each other out. You know what I'm saying? Like when Chris shoot movies, he ain't got to worry about me. If Chris is shooting a movie and I know I could put a single out, put him on it, and have him just in the musical space while he's shooting that movie, because that's my man, I'll do it.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes, I remember it was one year, somebody was like, yo, why you always put Ludacris on one of your records?
Why not?
I mean, I got Double Cup, Run a Checkup. Oh, I got him on 2, but I guess because it was like kind of back to back.
Back to back, yeah.
I said, in my head, I'd be like, because that's my man. But in hindsight, it's because he was shooting a movie. And I look at it two ways. When Chris shoots a movie and got some music out, we got hella shows.
Yeah.
If we got hella shows, that means I got hella after parties.
Right.
So if I got a deal and my man's about to be musically quiet for a while and I'm about to be musically hot, I'll put him on something. Even if the record don't do as well as we thought, at least it was out.
Right.
And then my man got something circulating in music. I'm doing parties already. And then when my man get done shooting a movie, then he comes back out over here. Yeah. We'll do shows. Then after his shows, then I get paid. I'll do the after party. I get paid. And then we'll keep it's just keep the shit going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's teamwork. And it's because we have me and Chris have a great relationship, yo. Like
we can tell.
And we talk about
the world. I mean, if people following you in Jazzy will attest, like you can tell, like the it's certain guys that
y'all having fun, and it's
y'all having a great time, man. Like y'all are.
That's the best job. I don't even look at it as a job. It's just I had the most fun when I'm doing. I mean, I love my shows too. When I'm by myself, I get to be the star. My name's on the flyer, all that. But when I'm DJing for him, that should be so fun, much fun, man. We be in front of all these people, yo. Like,
yeah,
it's like a rush.
Yeah.
What you think about the versus battle that happened?
You said what?
I said, what you think about that versus battle that happened with him and Nelly?
Oh, I was the one playing the music. It was dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Did y'all prepare for it?
Huh?
Did y'all prepare for it?
Hell yeah.
Hey, Luda Virgo. He a Virgo, so I know he jumped hard. Like, listen, we finna win this motherfucker. You got
not losing on my watch.
We are not losing at all.
To everything, like you can tell, I had a feeling. I was like, I wonder if Infamous back there, because it's too.
You know he back there. You know. He back there.
I was on the other side of the camera.
Yo, you back there because that's what I love. Because the thing is, I'm just knowing because he's a DJ. See, Nelly just probably trying to wing it and probably talk to his home. I don't know what he did, but I'm just telling you how he presented it. He probably just tried to wing it, just we gonna have fun. Luda came in this bitch like, I'm finna, man, we ain't finna. I'm a Virgo. I'm not here to lose at all.
Not on my watch.
At all. I don't have time to even, I'm gonna be very strategic about everything that we gonna play. If he play this, guess what? We're gonna come back with this.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Nah.
I know how we rock and roll. We already
ready. Like if he played Hot in here, I had 3 records to play against it. Or
exactly.
Or set him up this way. If he played Hot in here, okay, you know what? Because he has these last 3 hits left, let me hit him with this so I can make him play that, and then I can just body him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was doing. Jazzy, look at, I'm telling you, that's what I was doing. All we was doing was like, we was just giving each other looks. Like he'll drift off.
That's it. And y'all been doing it so long, y'all give a look. It's like you don't even, he don't even have to say.
Yeah, it's like we was on stage.
It's a head nod. It's almost like a head nod, like you know where to go. Like, nigga, don't. You know where to go.
And Luda, he's a perfectionist, yo. Like,
Virgo, it's Virgo shit. Once we hear in the battle.
Man, no, listen, look, that's why I put it like this. He loves me because I stay on point. Mm-hmm. I always take it to the next level, and I don't slack. Like I don't slack. And if I fuck up, I make it up.
Yeah, there it is. And we were and nigga, that's all we can ask for. That's all you can ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So now we've been quarantining. We've been, it's been a different year that I think for all of us. Did you pick up any like new trades or new, what you've been doing during quarantine?
Hey, Jazzy, clearly he been working out. That's skinny inf right now, cause he the, you know what I'm saying? He told me he been skinny. Like my nigga, this nigga is slim. I don't know if it's the camera angle. I don't know what the fuck going on. Like my nigga is slim right now.
I'm gonna tell you. At first, it was because I stopped eating out. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I eat out, and I be traveling to these cities, I eat big, man. Like, I'm Mr. Chow. I'm all that fancy shit. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah.
So, one, it was that. Then, I got a gym in my basement, so then I started actually using it. You know what I'm saying?
I started actually using it.
Yeah, because I never really used it. And then I started cooking more, and then when the COVID hit, we couldn't really go nowhere. I started cooking at home, and then I juiced a lot.
Yeah,
I used to juice in the mornings, and then lunchtime I juice. Dinner time I'd have a full meal. So that with the cardio and all that, that's how I got the weight down. You know what I'm saying? And then with the new things that I picked up, like I never really been a full-time dad.
Yeah,
like I'm talking about like wake them up, breakfast. Virtual school, lunchtime, give them a break, virtual school, they done, make them go do an activity, make them dinner, and then my wife gets off work.
You
know what I'm saying? It was a different transition from me. Like she had to, I sucked probably for the first month.
I sucked for the first month. That's real. I respect that. Yeah.
I probably sucked for the first month because I just wasn't used to doing all that. I was used to her doing it.
So when you say you sucked, you was just kind of late doing it.
I mean, just unorganized.
I got you.
Not really being stern with the kids as far as like, now it's breakfast or, this person want to eat at this time. This person want Cheerios. This person want waffles. I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then she started, she just got her job. My wife works in insurance. So then when she just got the job, then they transfer her job to where she could work in our office upstairs.
Yeah.
So, she's 8 to 5 every day.
Yeah.
I had to, and then she's like taken away from work to see if I'm doing it right. And it was just kind of messy. It was bad. So she had to really like show me like, and be firm with me like, yo, this is breakfast. Get them up at this time so that way by the time they up, they awake and like, then so they can have like 30 minutes of just chill time before school starts. Like I had to really like listen to her for all that. So that was a different adjustment because like I'm a night owl. So I'll be up to about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning just doing nothing sometimes, just kicking it. And then I gotta make sure I'm on time to get them up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doing it. So I gotta do it. You know what I mean? And my kids haven't seen me a month straight, like just being dad since they probably been born. Well, my 3 oldest, but my
What's the age? Break down the age for us.
I got 11, 10, 9, and 7.
Okay.
My 7-year-old probably haven't seen me a month straight since she's been born. She got born the year I took the Luda job. So
so it's different.
It was a different transition. Now you can't get me. I mean, I go out, but I don't be wanting to. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, that's real. That bond different, and I can't relate because I don't have any kids. But I know that bond is different. And I always ask, Jazzy would say, like I always ask any DJ, like now because of what's going on, the times is going on, like what's the conversation like with your kids now? Just letting them know with not only quarantine, because it's different for all of us. We've never experienced nothing like this, but just with Black Lives Matter and everything else that's going on. What's that conversation? I mean, have you had those conversations? And if you did, what are those conversations like?
I've had minimal conversations with them because there's a lot of stuff on TV and my kids are on social media a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Black Lives Matter and all that, I tell my kids, what I'm saying, if they see it, they looking at it or they ask me, I tell them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I tell them not all cops are bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there are some out there that make the good cops look bad. You know what I'm saying? I keep it 100 with my kids, man, on everything. Like, like my kids know I smoke, but they don't like me smoking, but they know. And they know they don't like it. I don't do it around them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just kind of maybe smell it every now and then or whatever. But I don't do it around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm old enough. I'm grown. I handle my business, my responsibilities. I always tell my kids, they can use me and their mom, their grandparents as examples, you know what I'm saying? Because me and my wife, we're doing something that our parents didn't do. Right. So they did do, but we're just taking it to another level.
Another level, yeah.
As far as like we make more money, house, just what they would want.
Yeah, just exposure, everything.
Exposure, just certain things, that makes our parents proud of us.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, I tell my kids, but I still make them work for, work hard for what they want.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? When I was on the road, I would get off the road, spoil them, and then I'd be back out of town. And my wife used to be like, "Yo, it's gonna backfire." So, when I started slowing down for this COVID, they was, party time. Dad's home. Party time every week. Party time.
Every week party time.
Yeah. So then like the stuff I normally would do for them, now they kind of got to work for it. I'm home. You know what I'm saying? It's like now they like by this is like the 4th month, so they like they ready for me to go out of town. You know what I'm saying? They think I'm too mean now. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta be a real parent. Like I'm telling you, like this is how my schedule is.
So girls and boys, right? How many?
How many? 3 girls and 1 boy.
3 girls, 1 boy. How old's the boy?
He's 10.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yeah. Like I'd be in Atlanta Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Be out of town Thursday, back to Monday. Almost every week for years. Right? So I'm coming in town, spoiling them like after school. You know what I'm saying? I pick them up, go do something, take them to a restaurant or take them to Toys R Us. Then they go to bed. Next night, same thing. Then Wednesday, Thursday, I'm out of town.
Yeah.
Every week, every year.
Yeah.
So then we sitting there. They, 3rd week go by. They like, yo, so with this COVID, you can't travel? I'm like, nah, we down. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So now I'm really being a parent. Like I'm really, like every day, you ain't making me bed, yo?
Yeah, you make me a bed.
Like I'm
your bed ain't made.
I'm becoming all that. Like, yo, why is the water bottle on the floor? You ain't gonna throw them away? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm becoming that where usually my wife does that, but now I'm that. Now my kids are like, he's too mean, and I'm not saying yes to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm. Dad, let's get some new shoes. Okay. Dad, let's go get this. Okay. Because I'm going out of town in a couple days. So when my kids ask me for stuff, I just give it to them. Like we having a good time.
Right.
Now it's you ain't earned that. Nah, you ain't. Are you paying for it? Nah. Now I'm too mean, and now I'm the old guy now.
You're the old guy.
So, but now you didn't eased on back in the clubs now.
Yep.
And so what's your lineup now looking like?
Oh, I ain't got one. I'm freelancing.
Yeah.
I'm freelancing just because I don't know. Like I don't know if I'm gonna do it every week yet.
Yeah. I'm
still trying to figure that out. Like, cause I ain't gonna front. I'm nervous. Like one thing about me is like I ain't, I'm not emotional. I ain't one of them kind of people. But when it comes to like I hate bugs. And I hate I'm scared of viruses and just disease, like all that shit. I'm nervous of all that shit. So I ain't trying. So I'll be looking at it like this. Outside of food, or of course we're going out and get some fresh air. But like, what do I not have to be out for? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I know people that have gotten COVID. I got some family members that have gotten COVID, and I know it's a real thing. Like, you know,
definitely real.
You know, when if you don't know nobody that got it and you ain't got it, you like, all right,
yeah, it's shit fake.
Yeah, but I know people that really got it, yo, and I know 3 people that passed from it. Wow. Of course, I know your immune system got to be in, you know, some kind of shape. Yeah. You know, but and then another thing, there's so much information out there. I don't know what to believe.
Like, oh my God, I say that all the time.
So I'm like, you know what? I'd rather, okay, if I can make money in the house, then let me majority be in the house. Like, I could sacrifice a year just to make sure I'm safe and cool and alive.
And it's not about you. You saying make sure you're safe and your family's safe.
Yeah, and my family.
That's what's important. Like, it's not about, because you ain't single infamous no more.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Jazz, you ain't single Jazz. Like, we niggas have to live for more than just me, and like, we got family members. You want to see granny. You want to see your moms. You want to see your dad. Like, these people immune system may not be as up as ours. So we have to be very conscious of that and be aware of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all respect. And I don't think what you're doing, brother, I don't think what you're doing is there's no right or wrong way to doing this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've interviewed DJs who said, man, they back in the clubs.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. You don't have no kids. You don't have nobody you have to go home to. You don't have, if you get sick, my nigga, you just gotta.
Right. But see, I got 5 people that live in my house, man. So I'm like, I just can't be selfish like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, I ain't gonna front, man. Like, I'm focused on a lot of stuff. And, you know, I'm a DJ here and there, but I doubt I'll have like a every week. I doubt I get back to that space.
Let's talk about some of that stuff. What's next for Infamous?
What's next? Talk to me.
Well, just growing the brand. You know, I'm really getting heavy into cannabis. I'm a part of this dispensary called Hardin Dispensary in Las Vegas.
Hardin strong.
Yeah, I got a
Hardin. I could never pronounce that shit. I thought it was Jardin. Like,
everybody says Jardin,
but it's the A. So yeah. Hardin. I always thought it was Jardin. It's Hardin.
Yeah. It's Hardin. Yeah, and I've been
Hardin going strong.
Yeah, I've been with them 2 years, and I got my own strand coming out.
Send us a pack. You know, like you said. I mean.
I most definitely will.
Please don't give me no industry talk, Infamous. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you. Look. I'm going to remind you. I'm going to text you that you say you're going to give me samples.
Too easy. Now, because I need you to sample it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I got that coming out. I'm still producing some records, so you will see some records before 2021 comes. I'm building my website. I never had a website of my own. So I'm building that right now. And then just producing more records, man. Like, you know, I can't really tour. I can't tour with Chris. We may be doing some virtual shows, but so I basically, you know, I'm doing radio. You know, we are doing radio live from the crib. Well, some of us are.
Right.
My station won't let nobody come back yet. So at V, we
all sending the mixes in.
Yeah, I pre-record my mixes, send them in, or if I wanted to do it live, then I have everything to do it live. But
And let me ask you this: I don't know why I can see you kind of managing. Would you want to manage an artist, or would you?
No.
No.
Nah, man, we work, man. I mean, I'll say this, man. We're a piece of work, and I know I'm a piece of work as far as like. Like, I don't have a manager no more, but I know there's
what it takes. You know what it takes to be a great manager.
I ain't got that. It's like you managing another. Like, if you had a kid or something, it's
definitely a babysitter. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know how my circle now, how they deal with me. So I'm like, I don't know if I can do that with. I don't know if I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, I can't do it. But I got a lot of things coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be. Which I thought was going to be a fucked up year, is turning into a blessing. Like, April, May, it's looking like.
You're kind of nervous, like.
Man, no, scared.
Wow.
Not nervous, scared, yo. I'm sitting there like, me and Luda, we supposed to be on tour this summer. Tour, And then I had a club tour.
And y'all don't do no fucking regular tours. Y'all gonna Dubai. Y'all going
all of that shit, man.
Y'all doing over.
No, listen, we
Your
had
passport. What? How many passports you got right now?
I'm on my 4th one.
Strong. See that, Jazzy? Strong. He's so strong.
But you know what? What turned it like this is supposed to be my like a great like by now, so much money, so many opportunities. But in April, May, I was like, man, this is a fucked up year. Shit, yeah. I didn't stop feeling like that till maybe mid-June. Mm-hmm. And then because I learned how to transition from being out to being in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I figured it out for myself, you know. So now it's been turning into a blessing because I got some blessings that I've signed and came my way and stuff like that. And I'm just like, damn.
You ain't gonna give us the first.
I kind of did already.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you had some more. I thought you were gonna give us some more. Okay.
Yeah. And see, I think for me, I'm treating this year kind of like, you know, I was a hooper in high school. I was one of them starters.
Jazzy.
I'm treating this
big point guard. Big point guard.
Basketball game. You know, the first half, you know, was down. You know, we had to figure it out. But guess what? We got a whole second half now, so we can come back. And for me, it's starting. You know, everything is looking good. So treat it. I want to take that analogy for everybody. You know, treat this second half of the year like still fucked up, but now we can. You know, we overcame a lot of stuff as people, as Black people. So, you know, we got this second half to look forward to. But drop the social handles.
Give us the socials, man. Give us the socials.
Hit me on Twitter is at DJ Infamous ATL. Hit me on Instagram at DJ Infamous. Hit me on my Facebook. You go straight to my Facebook. My personal page is Calvin Infamous Donald. The reason why I have a personal page is because I don't know, I've been on it so long that I just didn't feel like trying to make a main page for Infamous and just try to, you know what I mean? So I just kept the personal. Hit me on my Twitch, / is DJ Infamous, and that's it. And
when can we catch you on radio?
Huh?
When can we catch you on radio?
Oh, yes. Catch me on V103 Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday, 9 to 10, and Fridays, 10 to 1 a.m. Talk to your boy. It's a movie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
My brother, we definitely appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate
you.
Nah, y'all brought some y'all took me back with some memories that I ain't thought about.
We need you. Like we like you always show us love, like you know what I'm saying? So we definitely we was talking about this, we was like, man, we need Infamous. So my brother, much respect.
Let me just say one more thing.
Yes, sir.
For all the DJs that's watching, DJs, if you set your mind to it, you can do it. You just gotta put in the work and don't skip no steps. To get to whatever goal you want to get to. Take the steps, because as you're creating the steps, along the way can come opportunity. It's creating longevity for yourself. And at the end of the day, when you get to your goal, you didn't put so much work in that when the opportunities come, you'll be ready. When the deals come, you'll know how to handle it. And lastly, you'll appreciate the work you put in. You'll sit back and be like, yo, I appreciate where I'm at because I knew what it took to get here. And I didn't skip no steps, and I took every step to get here. Like, that shit is real, yo. I just want to say that because I really believe that. I really follow that shit. Like, I really believe that, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, you know, that was
love.
From a wise man.
Wise words, man. We definitely appreciate it, my brother.
Nah, thank you. Anytime.
Been another episode of Jazzy and Facts.
On wax, baby. DJ Infamous.
Let me hit that read.